Hi, this video will help you to use the Remote Assessment Guide. It includes recommended steps to completing a risk assessment for students involved in remote learning. This video will focus on the resources to help you with collecting data using the Istation literacy platform. First, we recommend that you connect with parents. Ask them to join you for a Google Meet session, perhaps schedule more than one option, or send a video. Any of those so that you can explain the purpose and process of the literacy skill assessment to parents and students so that you can let them know ahead of time the window of time that you'll be assessing and to ask them to be sitting with their child to provide assistance with navigating, but of course not answering questions. Schedule the date of the assessment with students and parents, and then you're ready to either assess one-on-one, which has steps here, or a small group. So first, let's walk through the steps for a one-on-one assessment. The pros of one-on-one are you can monitor and troubleshoot more easily, but of course it's more time-consuming assessing students one at a time. So first, we recommend that you practice, and this would probably be on a different day than the assessment, but practice sharing and unsharing a window with Google Meet if you plan to assess one-on-one. That's because if that student shares their window with you, then you are able to help them and make sure they're in the right place and troubleshoot if they get stuck or have a question about how to use the platform. And then there are documents available to prepare students for the assessments. So there's one document that is called Preparing Students for Assessments, and it walks you through navigating to the ISIP modeling icon that you can see here so that it plays a video or just gives examples of what to expect on the assessments. So that would be a good exercise to prepare students to help them know what to expect. There's also login preparation, especially for your K-2 students, helping them to log in the first time. It gives an example there of first names and passwords. And once they're logged in, they can use a quick card that can be generated and printed by your classroom teachers. And once you log in the student the first time, you can use quick cards after that. So it walks through then going to Istation to log in and then where to click to begin the ISIP reading assessment. There are also some reminders there at the bottom and then quick cards. That information might be of help to you, and just talking through some of those things with the student before the day of the assessment. On the day of the assessment, the student directions would include telling them to open a new tab and share the window with the assessment view so that you can see where they're going and where they're navigating. Direct students to navigate to their class link and log in to the assessment platform as you practiced. Read the available assessment script for the assessment. That's this document right here, number 3. This is the assessment day script. It has directions, and then it has in bold teacher language to help you with administering the assessment smoothly. And then you can observe the student completing the assessment. And at the end of the ISIP assessment, make sure they don't click to end, but let it cycle back on its own to the beginning before students log out. You should also be able to check the score report. So you might have that open on another tab. So you can check the score, just verify the student's complete, the assessment was successful before ending the assessment session. Now let's look at an example of a small group assessment. I still recommend that you keep it to about 3 to 5 students, especially depending on the age level. All of these students that are taking Istation are K4, so especially with your K2, I would keep those numbers lower. Pros of a small group assessment is it's less time consuming, but cons are it's not as easy to troubleshoot. In this scenario, students won't be sharing their screens because you have multiple kids on the Google Meet. So it may be a little more difficult to troubleshoot if more than one of them have trouble. So just keep that in mind. Still practice with those students. Use those documents I just showed you to prepare students for the assessment. Check to make sure that students are able to navigate to their class link, log into the platform that you're using. That little bit of practice, the preparation and the login practice can make the day that you administer the assessment go a lot more smoothly. So the directions are very similar to the one-on-one. Direct them to open a new tab, navigate to the class link, and log into the assessment platform. Read the available assessment script, allow them to complete the assessment and be available for questions and troubleshooting help. I would recommend that they drop it in the chat. For younger students, that might be a little more difficult. Just have them unmute and ask a question if they have it. Try to get questions out before they begin if you can. If it's an ISEP assessment, again, there's that reminder to let it cycle back to the beginning, and you should be able to check your score report to see that the student has completed the assessment. So assessing students remotely is not a simple task. No one's suggesting that it's easy, but this is an effort to help give some context to how it can be done. If you can think of steps that make it easier for you, you certainly have that flexibility. This is just an effort to help you with that, to be able to collect that data at the beginning of the year and for your students that are indicating risk monthly. So this is helpful for you. If you have any questions, please email me at ggold@clevelandcountyschools.org or call me at 8087. Thanks for all you do, and good luck, and have a great school year.